Well, Jordan, glad you could be with us, sir. Another court case in Wisconsin, and I'm curious here. We've seen a number of these cases where judges have ruled that the state's ban on concealed carry is unconstitutional. These cases have not moved up the ladder, so to speak. They've sort of stayed at the local level. But given that Wisconsin is going to be debating right to carry and constitutional carry later this year, what kind of impact can these court cases have?
I think what these court cases do, it really solidifies the opinion, not just of the public at large, but even the courts. The courts are recognizing that the way the current structure of the law is, with a prohibition on concealed carry and the presence of a constitutionally protected right, not only from the two Supreme Court decisions, but also within the Wisconsin state constitution. They have a specific protection for the right to keep and bear arms for defensive purposes. And the Schultz ruling back in the fall said that with open carry, your constant harassment from law enforcement, it can't be considered a protected right then if you're going to be constantly harassed. And now that we have this other case, it's just, I can honestly say I'm not surprised, but I would be surprised if I saw it appealed, because obviously if we had a Supreme Court decision at the state level regarding this legislation, it would probably overturn the law, and we would have a Vermont-style system in place.
Yeah, and that's what's really interesting. As you mentioned, there have been more than one of these cases, but these cases when the outcome is good for the gun owner, these cases typically aren't appealed, because at the first step of the process, a judge's decision does not carry over. It doesn't set precedent. That occurs when a decision is appealed, and that judge's decision is upheld, and so far it looks like a lot of prosecutors have not wanted to run the risk of seeing basic Vermont-style law come to Wisconsin.
Exactly, and it's troubling that there's not a better process in place for appealing these, so that we could somehow assist in that, or folks who would like to see this go to the higher courts could have it appealed. It's unfortunate. I mean, this case sounds. Just reading the highlights of it, it sounds like the exact same situation. The person was carrying, because they were, they'd been attacked. They wanted to exercise their right, and they were in a dangerous area, in a dangerous situation. So the need is definitely there, and enough people have expressed the need where, they're doing it, not making a scene. And this is a lot different than, an open carry rally where someone's going in and getting arrested for sitting down at a coffee shop or a diner. This is someone who wasn't trying to make a point. They were literally going out there and had been attacked and were trying to just protect themselves.
Absolutely.
So so it's there's absolutely no surprise that the court would do this, but it reinforces the need for it, and should get everyone excited for the aspect that we have legislation coming soon, and we're going to work on it. And from the conversations we've had with the legislature, it seems like everyone there is, waiting for it and excited about it, and looking forward to passing a bill that enables everyone in Wisconsin to protect themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know folks may be wondering, okay, well, what's the holdup here? In Wisconsin, the legislature has pretty much said we're dealing with the budget first, and everything else after that, right?
They did. They had a pretty big plan in place that they spoke about, and were very vocal about during the election cycle, that they wanted to focus on jobs, on scaling back the budget, and reducing spending. And they're sticking to that. They want to do that. And we have acknowledged that and understand what they want to do. And we've talked to them about relative timelines and what to expect. And I think as soon as the budget is taken care of, then I think this is an issue they want to take on, shortly after that. So we're hoping and anticipating, possibly before the summer break, which would hopefully allow for the implementation of it sometime before the fall. And that's very good news for everyone in Wisconsin if that does materialize.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Jordan, again, I appreciate you coming on the program, sir, and we'll keep folks up to date as to what's going on in Wisconsin with right to carry and the fight for constitutional carry as well. Talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Good to hear from you.
All right. Thanks, Jordan.